If you're still watching this, that means I'm still on vacation. But this is going to be the last day because while filming it in advance, I realize I can't concentrate as well as I need to try to just use up these bits, get the ephemera in some kind of. I probably picked the hardest trip actually because this was a cruise to Alaska in 1999. I found the exact date, but it incorporated San Francisco, Yellowstone, and Alaska. And I have one thing about Alaska, a couple things of San Francisco, only because they're pictures, and the rest is Yellowstone. So I kind of need to maybe do a step before this step in all of this, and go through each individual trip and find appropriate slash things that will fit. Oh, there's a garden in BC before we got on the boat, or maybe after we got off the boat, the cruise ship. So I'm realizing that while I'm in the midst of doing this stuff right here, and then I have to figure out what kind of page protectors I'm going to use. Thinking I could. My plan is not working out so far. But I'm going to try to make it work because I thought, okay, I can add maybe like a map of the inside passage from a Google image and, say this is where we were, this is where we stopped. But I don't think I want to do that because I've already done that in a scrapbook. I just want this to be an index, so I'm having to restrain myself and say, hold on, use what you have, make it fit in page protectors that you have, and you can say on a journal card, this trip included an inside passage cruise of 5 or 6 days, stopping in Ketchikan, Juneau, and where else did we stop? There was 3 stops. We did the Yukon Railroad. We did a bear trip on a seaplane, and we did something else. So I need to really kind of think now, and I can't do that while I'm trying to fit stuff in envelopes, theoretically put it in the trip order because we started in San Francisco. We deviated from the tour immediately, and my mom and dad took us around San Francisco. And then over to Sausalito, and had a nice lunch, just showed Ken the highlights of San Francisco, and then caught up with the train that left from the Oakland, because we took Amtrak then all the way from Oakland to Vancouver. And I was sick the entire time. And maybe an Amtrak symbol, but I'm like, okay, wait a minute, you don't want to add any more stuff. So maybe I do in just the tiny little bits of like an Amtrak symbol logo, and the inside passage, a tiny inside passage map, and call it, that's all. And document when we went, how beautiful it was, how foggy it was, how lucky we were to have my mom and dad as our tour guides in San Francisco, da 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 da. And go on to the next one. That's kind of what I want to do. That's kind of how I want to handle it, and try not to add any more paper. And then whatever's left is done. And be done with it. Those little trees are from Allie Edwards in one of the kits. I think it was this most recent quarterly one. It has a little bit of outdoor stuff. All of this is old Allie Edwards, almost all of it. And I have several pictures of the bears. Oh, we saw so many bears because we took a specific trip for bears. And they were salmon eating as the salmon popped in and out and spawning and all that kind of stuff, or I guess right before they spawn. And because they're still good to eat. But they're slower, but they're still good to eat. Anyhow, I had to chastise myself, like, no, We're not cutting up all these brochures 7 different times. We are cutting out the title and we're done. And put that on a journal card. Use that as your journal card. I have some leftover ephemera that I made that said bears. That can go there too. I'm good with that. Then I decided I didn't like this page protector, so I've been getting out another one. And actually, I think I made these little word things for Glacier, which I had mixed up in here in the beginning, so I had to separate all that out. So there's a lot of uh, vastly disorganized chaos going here. And I think I need to do this off camera. I might do a flip through, but, and in all of that to say, there's going to be a 2-day gap, or maybe 3, where I don't have a video. And I said I was going to have the entire vacation gapped and not have a video. But I decided to do this little journal index, one, because it keeps getting in my way, all this ephemera, and 2, it would give me a project to do. And I thought it would be a kind of a fun project, because I don't see something like this on YouTube, how to handle if you're still hoarding ephemera, travel ephemera, and you want to make an index of all your trips. So I think I might just maybe do a day or 2 when I get back with you, and then not another one until I have a final flip through. I'll do a final flip through. Here's a moose on a postcard. But really and truly, I need to concentrate better than I'm going to be able to while I'm filming. And it takes me too long to make decisions. I don't want to make rash decisions, cut things up, and then wish I hadn't done it that way, because by then it's done. Too late. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So there's going to be some blank days. I'll be back. Just like a sore penny. I'll be back. But I really appreciate y'all watching this while I'm gone. And it is a good project. It is an excellent project. I'm really thrilled that I'm finally doing this. But it takes more concentration than I have at the moment. And so there'll be a couple days. And it's no big deal. I shouldn't be videoing every day anyhow. People would say, the YouTube people would say, oh God, don't do that. Don't do that. But it's partly therapy for me. But I'm still filming my regular video, so I have the therapy covered. Don't worry, I'm not going to go crazy. Anyhow, but this is a good project to try and do, I think. See, now I'm writing more notes to myself. To try and do, if you're like me and you can't get rid of that one last bit from every trip you've ever taken, or every birthday party, or every event, just make an index. Make an index. And if you have tons of supplies that you're hoarding, like I do, it's a great place to use them, because it's bright, it's perky, it's filling in some gaps. And that's exactly what I needed. And I'm thrilled that I'm doing this. I just need to concentrate more than I am able to concentrate at the moment on this. But so far, so good. It's just going to take me, I mean, you've seen, this is legit. It's taken me like 5 or 6 days to get to this point. Now, granted, I'm not doing it all in one sitting. I'm very disorganized, but not filming it will help me get a tad bit organized, and I think that's what I need right now. So I will see you when I get back from vacation. You'll hear me blabber a lot when I get back, and in a few days, when I get back in a few days, you'll see a flip through of the whole project. Thanks for watching. Bye.